Hey guys, Bear here from TGS with another Forza Motorsport 7 live stream, number 20. Going to be continuing my overall playthrough of the game. Basically, last time we left off, we were doing the Rally Heroes racing series. The next stop was Sebring. I'm considering doing the endurance race. It should take between an hour and a half. It is basically the endurance race for 125 miles in Nürburgring, I think. But real quick, drive-a-tar reward. I've appeared in 26 races and earned 8,500 credits. Not too shabby. Sounds tedious, but it's like the last thing I need for the achievement, so I think I'm just going to go for it. I'm gonna try to do this. I'll stay focused. I might, if I need a break at some point from continuous racing, I'll take it. But hopefully should be good to go and just hammer this out. And this will probably consume the entire stream. So it's the usual hour to hour and a half Forza length. And that's about it. Really enjoy this game. I don't mind playing it, but I might move this to a different day, hold it like one long stream each week or something. It's kind of a long-term game. So I probably won't keep plowing through it the way I am, but we'll definitely keep it on active stream. TGS presents Forza Motorsport 7 Endurance Racing Nürburgring 125. Pretty much the race takes us to the Nürburgring for a mere 125-mile jaunt in a Honda Civic, a car that's no stranger to dominating that particular track. Number 2 Castrol Honda Civic WTCC. You only get 250 points for this ridiculously long race. I figured I'll go for it. It's the last race I need for the achievement for closing out the Seeker Championship.
Endurance racing? Exhausting. Hard. You get in your car and race long distances, stopping only for fuel, new tires, and replacement drivers. Yeah, you could drive any car, but that's the only comfort. The rest of it is a battle to keep up your energy while fending off or passing rivals.
To me, what makes a car special is kind of the way that it feels. So I have to feel connected to it. I have to feel it in the seat of my pants, connected to the road, connected to the ground. It has to be a car that I feel like I can make go fast. I actually say
Hey guys, Bear here from TGS with another Forza Motorsport 7 live stream, number 20. Going to be continuing my overall playthrough of the game. Basically, last time we left off, we were doing the Rally Heroes racing series. The next stop was Sebring. I'm considering doing the endurance race. It should take between an hour and a half. It is basically the endurance race for 125 miles in Nürburgring, I think. But real quick, drive-a-tar reward. I've appeared in 26 races and earned 8,500 credits. Not too shabby. Sounds tedious, but it's like the last thing I need for the achievement, so I think I'm just going to go for it. I'm gonna try to do this. I'll stay focused. I might, if I need a break at some point from continuous racing, I'll take it. But hopefully should be good to go and just hammer this out. And this will probably consume the entire stream. So it's the usual hour to hour and a half Forza length. And that's about it. Really enjoy this game. I don't mind playing it, but I might move this to a different day, hold it like one long stream each week or something. It's kind of a long-term game. So I probably won't keep plowing through it the way I am, but we'll definitely keep it on active stream. TGS presents Forza Motorsport 7, Endurance Racing, Nürburgring 125. Pretty much the race takes us to the Nürburgring for a mere 125-mile jaunt in a Honda Civic, a car that's no stranger to dominating that particular track. Number 2 Castrol Honda Civic WTCC. You only get 250 points for this ridiculously long race. I figured I'll go for it. It's the last race I need for the achievement for closing out the Seeker Championship.
Endurance racing? Exhausting. Hard. You get in your car and race long distances, stopping only for fuel, new tires, and replacement drivers. Yeah, you could drive any car, but that's the only comfort. The rest of it is a battle to keep up your energy while fending off or passing rivals.
To me, what makes a car special is
this is multi-class racing, so everyone knows. So I'm in second if you think about multi-class, but you see I'm place 1 of 8 right now because I'm first in my class of vehicle. GTR really wants the pass. cars in the class above me, and they're kind of distracting, like riding my bumper the whole time. It's kind of why I got a little sloppy with my driving, because I kept looking in the rear view up there and just keep seeing that GTR's front fascia just staring in that mirror. Really distracting because I feel like he's going to hit me. I get worried he's going to rear end me in the turn, so I'm glad they passed. I was basically just holding them up. I'm not in their class, so it doesn't affect me. Seems like it's going to take about 10 minutes per lap, somewhere up in there, and 8 laps of that, so it's going to be insane. Lap complete, slightly over 10. Sorry about that, my mic went off for a second there and messes with the sound for a moment. I'm using the Thrustmaster steering wheel with my commentary wired through a controller. So basically, since I'm not using the controller much, just to hit the commentary button. Overall, it just, just doesn't stay on. It shuts off after a while, so I gotta watch that. Otherwise, I'm gonna just plow through this race. Eventually, 1/8 done, a lot to go. apparently we just got hit by Lambo Man. Guessing there's 8 cars in their wolf pack. I was getting distracted again right there, but I was looking back. There's like 8 cars behind me. Like, I'm pretty sure they're all different classes than me, trying to pass me up my bumper. Quite a long race. The upper class vehicles are passing me. That was a bad mistake. But I'm over here, just pass me. I'm like trying to let these guys pass because otherwise they're up my butt the whole time. And then eventually they push me off the road, so. they distracted me like 3 times I've crashed. I just, you know, because it looks like they're gonna hit me like half the time. You like look in the rear view, it looks like their bumpers. Like, look at it. It's like they're in my friggin' back seat. What the heck's going on? No, we're still in first place for our class. I don't know where the hell the guys from our class are, but they're way hella back there. Keeping up with the big boys over here with this Honda. Holding them up more to say, but still. Such, you know, incredibly crazy map, so many turns, so much to learn, but I feel like I'm slowly getting it down more and more each lap. And eventually I'll be able to just cruise through without even thinking about it. This is where I wish we could hire a drivatar or something to like drive for us, like you could, you know, select your own character to be the driver and all that stuff. Caution ahead, they crash. That's awful. Tried to cut Corvette off. It's been on my belt for a while, distracting me. So I got this like big ass mirror on my screen, so you know you see where they're at. my fuel is. Like, am I moving towards the E? I have no clue. Holy crap. I need to rewind there. Finally let the higher class vehicles through. I don't think there's anyone to ride my bumper now, so that's always a positive. And if it's actually going to like turn to night during this race, that'd be pretty cool. We're almost halfway done. 3/8 done. After this lap, we'll be halfway. Got 70% wear warning. I think my fuel's the line below the 6. I'm just gonna keep running my car until it's in like the worst condition it can be in, and then we'll stop the pit. I could always just do a halfway mark stop where I just stop at the end of this lap real quick, get new tires, get gas, and it'll hold me over for the remainder of the race pretty much. As long as, you know, my car can get through the first 4 laps. With a quick pit stop, we can get through all laps total. Because I don't know if that means 70% worn down or if it means I have 70% left. So that's the only major question. I haven't dealt with the simulation for tires and fuel in this game yet, so this is kind of a little bit different. But I'm also live streaming this, so you know, I might get distracted trying to peek over at chat once in a while. And do that. Yep. Sorry about those little incidents. Usually it's either someone's up my butt in the mirror or I'm trying to look at YouTube chat. That's really the main reasons I've been crashing. But overall, this race definitely pushes your limits for everything: concentration, durability, how long you can stay at this and not get bored of it. Everything comes into play. So far, I say I'm doing not too shabby. The best way to get through something like this is just let your brain wander, you know, think about other stuff. And sometimes you get lost in it and, you know, next thing you know, 10 minutes have passed. So it works pretty nicely to just stay occupied mentally. And then it's kind of like automation. I almost feel like I'm not even thinking about it, I'm just playing the game. And I'm doing fine, so it works for me. Let's truck ahead, see where we're at the 40-minute mark. And the round end is when I'll decide whether or not we're going to make that pit stop. I think if I ran my gas the whole time, there's a chance we would be very close to E. I'd say we're not halfway down, but we're getting there. The tires are the only thing I'm not too sure about at this point, so I'm just considering knocking it out now. I'm pretty sure we burned the guys behind us really well at this point, to the point that even if we get the tire and fuel, they might not even still have caught up, so it might just be the smart thing to do at this point. You know, I could go another lap or two or whatnot, but if I'm 100% certain I can get through the rest, I'll just do it halfway and we'll get some brand new tires on and stuff. And gas is down to like 70% right now, so it's not like an emergency to do though. Sorry about that, my controller went out again. Seems like it'll happen every 15-20 minutes or something like that. So I just gotta turn it on to keep commentary going. Yeah, see what I'm saying? We're at 80% wear on the front tires already. I could possibly go another lap, but I'm going to pull in the pit stop right here, guys. So once we get into that final stretch, we're pit stopping. And from there, you know, we'll continue on with the rest of the event. So it seems like you only need one pit if you do this race on fuel and tire mode. Not too bad at all. It makes it a little bit more realistic. I keep damage off purposely because these guys will smack you around, you know, continuously rear-end you. And then it'll just overall affect your aerodynamics, all that stuff. So, in my view, keeping damage on isn't favorable. But it's really up to what you want to do. I mean, you can put on full assist, braking assist. If you really want an easy way through this, just put on all assist, put it on the easiest difficulty, and the game pretty much will handle steering and everything for you, I'm pretty sure, if you put it all in the right setting. I like to do it myself, but it's a random idea to kind of automate the process if you're, you know, or if you get tired of driving during a long race, you can kind of simulate that you have a, you know, you hired someone to fill in, you just hold down the gas and turn on steering assist and all that stuff, braking assist, etc., etc. Looking for that pull-in spot. I'm pretty sure it's right as we go into the straight by the flag on the right-hand side, so I'll have to keep my eyes open for it. interesting. We are in the pit. We're driving to our pit stall. They're 25,000 feet away from me in second. So they might get down to like 15, I'd say, at the, you know, min. I'm pretty sure this will be relatively quick and we should be out on the road. Wow. Not even. We're out already. We're heading out. That was really quick. Everything's fixed. We're good to go. Lap 5, we're in the final 50% of the race. Quite the insane race. It really is. I thought they did away with endurance races, and then I saw this and I was like, uh-oh, spaghetti-o. You know, that's going to take a while. We're almost 45 minutes in, and we're a little bit over halfway. We'll be about an hour in, going into the last 2 laps. So. I honestly haven't even been paying attention. Like, I know some of the parts of the track, but a lot of knowing where I'm at on the track is looking up at the time, because I kind of synced it with the 10-minute few second rule. Got a +5 on this lap, and that's honestly just because of that pit. So. Guessing by we're going to be hitting 70-80% on tire wear and fuel down to around 50% by the end of the race, somewhere in there. But we'll be fine enough to finish out without pitting again. So that's like the #1 goal here. straight off the bat, to be honest, I'm usually not a big fan of Honda, but this car has quite impressed me on this track. The handling's phenomenal. I wish it had a better top speed, but that's what this classic car is built for. Its own class, not built to be, you know, up with the Vipers and whatnot that passed me earlier. The rest of my class is nowhere to be seen. They were 25,000 feet away. And I'm sure they're somewhere around that right now as well. I just know I keep my drivatars on average, because that's your average drivatar skill, which drivatars are based on real people. Finally made it to the straight. The straight's like the most significant part because you know you're closing in the lap. We still got a good, like 3 more laps to go, another half hour. Really long range. Part of me says it doesn't feel like 50 minutes that I've been in it, and the other part of me says, dang, it's been a while. As mentioned, it's definitely, you know, if you let your brain wander a bit while you're driving, my commentary may go quiet, but it allows me to push through the race without really thinking about it. Because it is repetitive, it is very long. But I seem to be handling it alright. I mean, we obviously are destroying the competition. We don't have to go back into the pit, so we're just going to basically dominate the rest of the race. The biggest prize of all is going to be getting that rare, really rare achievement for completing the whole first championship in entirety. Then I'll work on it for the second. I'm pretty sure there's another endurance race for not all of the championships, but like maybe 4 out of 6 have endurance races. So we know we're going to have to do this again. It almost makes me want to do all the endurance races up front, and then you just don't have to worry about the long race again. But I hopefully didn't remove my progress on the hot hatch one, because I was on like 5 out of 6 races. And I kind of jumped to this from there, because I really wanted to get this done. So the achievement to me is just a big accomplishment. The biggest accomplishment would be completing every single championship, but I don't know if I'll ever get to that stage, but I'm going to try to get as close to it as possible. And plus, doing this endurance race for my 20th Forza Motorsport 7 stream is pretty cool. I think this is the first motorsport game I hit 20 screens with, or up around this area. I did Forza Motorsport 5 and 6 live streams. continue on. And that collision is due to the fact my controller died. So my commentary got shut off. And you probably could tell, because I feel like it makes some kind of pop noise or something when it disconnects, like the controller shuts down. And my commentary headset's powered by the controller, and I don't have a plug for that on my steering wheel, unfortunately. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Gotta run a double setup, waste my controller batteries while I use the wheel that's plugged in via USB. We're in like the final stretch of lap number 6. So we're finally gonna be heading down, you know, the last 2 laps coming up. We're almost at the hour mark as well. Wahoo! Just as stated, I feel like my gas is doing perfectly fine and my tires seem to be doing pretty well right now. They might be around 30-40% wear, but it's not warning me about it yet. I think around 50 or 60% will start throwing up warnings. There you have it, 1 hour. One hell of a long race, guys. Seriously. Holy crap. Like 20 more minutes here and then I'll officially be done. And, just to note it, I'm going to end the live stream at the end of this because I definitely am not going to be in the mood for any more Forza. This is enough Forza for the day. Just to say it, you might notice my gloves are from like the 1950s or some crap. Because I'm wearing an old school driving outfit. That's how I like to represent. Shout out, if you're in the cars, check out my other website, eurodrift.com, eurodrift.com. It's an automotive site based on European cars. I have quite a few Nürburgring videos up on there of crash compilations, fastest lap in the Lambo. I actually wrote an article recently about the accident warning system, because there was some video of a bunch of cars colliding. Like at least 10 cars or so had a crazy collision, all because one dude crashed. People were just charging around this one turn on the track at probably like 80 plus, and they just wouldn't have time to stop, so they'd be swerving into walls, crashing into the other vehicles, and it just piled up pretty rapidly. It's like they seriously should probably implement some kind of warning system in modern day. You know, whether it's a siren, whether it's a strobe light, a light that's green, and have it around major turns and stuff like that, and made, you know, straightaways like every mile or something. A half mile just have warning lights, so you know it goes like yellow if you need to use caution, red if there's an accident, so you know not to go around the corner at $150 and rear end the guy who's crashed. Fix my floor pedals for my steering wheel setup. We're over 50 minutes done the second to last lap, so that's pretty awesome. Taking a peek at YouTube chat, seems pretty quiet over there, so I almost crashed trying to look over there, but I like to try and peek and respond in case anyone posts. Like my fuel and my tires are okay. My tires are starting to get yellow and orange color, meaning they're getting worn out, but I don't think I'm gonna have to pull in the pit. There's only one more lap left, and worst case scenario we'll hit like 70% tire wear or something like that. And the gas is over 50% full on basically 3 out of 4 laps, so we'll be alright. Pull my tires off in the grass. No, just kidding. That was unintentional. the race because I can actually look at my messages on my phone and stuff like that. See, nothing important. Continue on. Helicopter, get out of here. You're gonna get blown away by all the wind I'm blowing out the back. You get smacked with a little bit of wind when a car passes you at a high rate of speed. Random thing, I remember when I was like, how old was that? I was probably like 12 or under, and I was like rollerblading on like a hill, like a pretty long steep hill that we for some reason decided to go down as fast as we could because we were young and stupid, and some car went by, probably only going like 30 or something because it was a neighborhood, but it almost knocked me down, knocked my cousin down like hardcore, got all like scraped up hardcore and everything. Pretty epic, so I can't imagine how it would feel if a car passes you at like $150. It might hurt, especially if you're on like rollerblades or a bike. You're probably gonna get flopped down. Either way, the final lap. It's the final lap now. But it's a long lap, so we'll be there eventually. Full speed ahead. You hear that clicking in the background? I'm manual shifting via my steering wheel's paddle shifters. They're pretty loud. 70% wear warning on one of the tires. I think it said front right. But that's fine. Last lap for the win. We don't have to worry about pitting again. You definitely have to pit during this race if you're doing fuel and tires like I am, but only once. And I just recommend doing it at lap 4, at the end of lap 4, because you're halfway through the whole race, and it's like perfect timing. And then you'll end the race right around the same area. I should hit 80% probably by the end. Still have a good 5 minutes left. Craziest part of this is this race takes like an hour and 20 minutes or a little bit more. And the typical race is between 6 and 10 minutes. They're usually around 5 or 6 minutes for a typical series race. So this is just 10 times more plus some. Here's my front left tire to 70%. Let's wear them down for last lap. I'm so far ahead right now, I could probably do donuts for like 10 minutes straight on the track, and the rest of the people behind me wouldn't catch up. So I'm just dominating them. Halfway through the race, I was 25,000 feet ahead of them. I think when I left the pit, I was at 24,000. Look, someone's pitting right now. He waited till the last moment to pit, apparently. I'm pretty sure that means that's how far they are behind me, that they're actually going through the finish line and pit right now, while I'm about 70% on my lap. So we're good like 7 minutes ahead of them or so. Turn has messed with me the entire race. This car and that turn don't like each other. For earlier on, it sounded like I was bottoming out like through the turn. You could just hear like the bumpers smacking around and crap. Luckily that wall was kind and just gave me a little hug real quick. Didn't squeeze me too long. I get worried about spinning out when you bump a wall like that. If you're in something like a Ferrari and you do that, good chance that you're going to be swerving all over the place. Luckily for us, we're in this Honda. And as I said before, I'm not a fan of Honda, like, not to be mean or anything. I just don't care for them. I'm a European car fan. Second to European cars, I like some, muscle cars. More so the older muscle cars than the newer. But there's some pretty wild, like 7-liter V8s I wouldn't mind checking out. And this car has impressed me. I haven't really had any issues with stability, traction, overall handling. The only thing I wish it had was a slightly higher top speed, but it's built for a specific, racing class. So it's tuned and everything to the spec it's in. And, this being a multi-tier race, there's multiple tiers of cars around. Earlier in the video, I was basically being followed by a bunch of Vipers and GTRs and stuff, until I finally let them pass. They were riding my bumper pretty good, like every single lap they were behind me. It's the final straight, thank gosh. A few more turns and we will be in the home stretch. for the win. Nobody's behind me. Nobody. Just out here alone cruising. Looks like it's about to rain or something. Hurry up and get through that line. Hurrah, we did it. Start singing Dora songs and shit. Here we go. I was trying to do a little drift turn, but the car didn't agree with my e-brake button push. There you have it. One of the longest races I've ever done in a Forza game. Holy crap. First place. Let's see what we get out of this. Probably the car we were driving. And an achievement, a rare achievement, 2.33% rare, Seeker Elite Champion. Fully completed the Seeker Championship. Oh, there we go, 100,000 credits. That makes it worth it. Then the VIP bonus. I just crossed $1 million. Works for me. Took so long to build up $1 million in this game, so I'm glad I finally hit it. Especially because some of the cars they want you to use in these events are worth, you know, over $1 million each. So yeah, they're crazy thing I'm gonna pay for that. Let's go for the outfit. There's an achievement for hitting 100 outfits. Oh my god, we leveled up again. Let's take the car this time. So this is the GT3. Look at that, awesome. Leveled up again. Just gonna take the cars because I think there's an achievement for hitting 100 cars for me coming up. I'll check something real quick. Yeah, 5 more cars. So, even though I like the vintage racing, I'm gonna take the car for the cheap amount of 30k. And there you go, we ranked up quite a few times just for that. Almost made it.
Well, you've gone above and beyond, tackling every race in the Seeker Championship. Now, for your outstanding performance on the track, you've won the Elite Seeker Championship.
And there you have it. My controller running the commentary died for a second there. Sorry about the cutoff. But that's what happens when I play on a wheel and have my controller sitting there. It's supposed to shut off after a certain amount of time, and that was it. There you have it. We got a 2014 Honda number 2 Castrol Civic. And there you go. Oh, we got something else. We got a 2017 Ford RS Forza Edition. The Focus. We have the Seeker Championship Elite outfit. And there you have it. Seeker Championship 100% complete. Just completed that. Probably one of the longest endurance races I've ever done. Would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. If you're watching live, thank you for doing so. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and shut down for the night for Forza. I'm going to stream again later around 9:15 p.m. Eastern, so roughly 2 hours, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Schedule tomorrow is TBD. It's either going to be 1 or 2 games in the afternoon and 2 to 3 in the evening. I'm going to go ahead and I'll post it to thegamersociety.com later. I'm going to make a plan, and I'll also probably announce it later during Star Wars. Overall, that's that. I'll be streaming this a few times a week. At least 1 time a week, up to 3. But I'm still going to keep my primary Call of Duty and Star Wars for now until I make space for Dishonored 2, etc., etc. Thanks again for everyone who's been watching. Would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Check out our other content. Tons of Forza content on this channel. Horizon 2, Horizon 3, Motorsport 5, 6, 7. Peace out.